Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something incredibly common, something you've probably experienced dozens, if not hundreds of times, and we are going to unpack the corporate strategy right behind it. We're talking about the hidden cost of brand loyalty credit cards. You know the exact moment I'm talking about, right? You're standing at the checkout counter, your items are all rung up, you're ready to pay, and boom, you're hit with the pitch. It seems like a super friendly, helpful offer in the moment, but there is a highly calculated financial system at play here. So let's figure out exactly how it works. Okay, let's dive into this. Why on earth does a makeup store or an airline want you to open a credit card so badly? Seriously, think about that for a second. A retail store's entire business is selling makeup or clothes or, booking flights, not acting as a bank. Yet they push these pieces of plastic relentlessly at every single checkout counter and online cart. Well, I'll give you a hint. They are definitely not doing it just to be nice to you. They're doing it because this exact financial product is an absolute cash cow for them. How? Let's break it down. Which brings us to section 1, the bait, that irresistible checkout offer. So, this is exactly where the illusion starts, right at the point of sale. It's perfectly timed for when your wallet is literally already out of your pocket. You're standing at the register and the cashier cheerfully offers you an immediate, say 10 to 20% off your entire purchase today. Or maybe they promise a massive instant drop of bonus points, free flights, VIP rewards, the whole shebang. And in the heat of the moment, these instant discounts sound absolutely incredible. It's an immediate, tangible reward dangling right in front of you exactly when you're about to part with your hard-earned cash. And honestly, in that moment, it feels like you're winning. Let's just be real with ourselves. It really does feel that way. When you see that total price instantly drop by 20% on the register screen, you get a genuine psychological rush. You feel like you've completely outsmarted the system, you know? You scored a major victory, got a huge discount, and you're walking away with extra cash in your pocket. But actually, that euphoric feeling of winning is exactly what the company is relying on for the next phase of their strategy. That leads us right into section 2, the psychological shift, changing how you spend. This is a massive turning point. We're shifting away from that shiny, surface-level discount you just got to the hidden psychological reality of what actually happens to your habits the second that piece of plastic goes into your wallet. Think about it. Before the card, you're a free agent. You shop anywhere and everywhere to find the absolute best deal, actively comparing prices across competitors. But after you get the card, the pattern completely flips. You start spending significantly more at that specific brand. You're no longer a free-roaming shopper. The card fundamentally changes you into a captive spender. But why does this happen so predictably? Let's walk through the psychology here. It's basically a 3-step mental progression. Step 1, you inherently want to earn those promised rewards, so you naturally prioritize this specific store over all the others. It's totally gamified. Step 2, every single time you use the card, you feel like you're getting a special deal or VIP treatment, which just validates your choice. But step 3 is the absolute kicker. It literally doesn't feel like real money in the moment. The card purposefully abstracts the pain of handing over actual cash. You're just swiping for points. It creates this psychological distance between your purchase and your bank account, which subconsciously gives you permission to buy way more. And that abstraction brings us to section 3, the brand loyalty loop, capturing your future. We're getting deeper into the corporate strategy now, looking at how these retail cards act as a highly sophisticated trap to lock down your future choices. Here is the reality of the situation. They don't just get one purchase today. They get all your future purchases. This is the loyalty effect in full swing. Instead of shopping around, that little branded card in your wallet acts like an invisible magnet. It constantly pulls you right back to the exact same company. You need makeup? You go to the store where you have the card. You need a flight? You fly the airline where you get the points. They happily traded a one-time 20% discount on that first day just to secure a total monopoly on your future spending. Okay, so what's the catch? Welcome to section 4, the big money engine. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer mathematical weight of this single number, 20%. Sometimes it's actually way more than that. This strategy goes so much deeper than just dictating where you shop. Because while brand loyalty is great for their sales, this next mechanic is the absolute most lucrative way they turn you into corporate profit. If you get caught up in the gamified rewards and you don't pay your balance in full every single month, you get charged interest. And the interest rates on these brand loyalty cards are notoriously astronomically high. We're talking hitting that 20% mark super fast. This is the heavy mathematical reality hiding right behind that shiny checkout offer. Let's put that into perspective and see how the math plays out in everyday life. A simple $100 checkout purchase turns into so much more over time.
Imagine you bought $100 worth of stuff on day one just to get that initial 15% discount. Cool, you save $15. But if you leave that balance sitting on the card, that ridiculously high 20% interest starts snowballing. Within just a few short months, that compounding interest completely wipes out the $15 you supposedly saved at the register. Suddenly, you were paying way more for those exact same items than if you had just used cash with zero discount. In this scenario, the house absolutely wins.
Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking, but I'm a savvy consumer. I pay off my balance in full every month. I never pay a single cent of interest. Well, let's take a look at Section 5, the hidden profit system, winning even when you pay.
So the crucial point is that this system is meticulously designed to account for the highly responsible spenders too. How does the company still win even when you follow all the rules flawlessly? Well, even if you pay exactly on time, just look at the results. First, because of that psychological shift we talked about, you spent more volume than you normally would have. Second, you stayed fiercely loyal to their brand, ignoring everybody else. And third, the company might still be earning transaction processing fees from every single purchase you make. The structural reality here is that the house always wins, no matter how carefully you play the game.
Which brings us to our final analysis. Section 6, the verdict. Are you saving or spending more?
Let's take a step back. Why is this brilliantly engineered system so seamlessly effective at altering our behavior? And this brilliantly illustrates the whole setup right here. By design, these cards are intentionally built to be completely frictionless. Tap the card, swipe the plastic, get the points, unlock the easy rewards. It is a wonderfully smooth experience. But the result? You actually stop thinking about how much you're spending. The slick design purposely creates these massive financial blind spots, making sure the very real pain of paying is entirely masked by the artificial joy of earning points. Now, to be absolutely clear, credit cards themselves aren't inherently bad tools if you use them strategically. But the bottom line of this entire explainer is this. These company cards are built to make you spend more, so they make more. That's the fundamental truth here. These specific brand loyalty cards are structurally designed from the ground up to inflate your spending habits. That is literally their sole purpose for existing. They aren't doing you a favor. It's a highly optimized, heavily researched revenue stream for the corporation. So, I want to leave you with a lingering question. The very next time you're standing at that checkout counter and the cashier cheerfully offers you 15% off your purchase today if you just quickly sign up for their card, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I genuinely saving money right now? Or am I eagerly starting a brand new habit that is mathematically and psychologically designed to cost me significantly more in the long run? Really think critically about the loop you're being invited into. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive on the explainer. Keep asking those big questions, keep analyzing the systems around you, and I'll see you on the next one.